here we go. Yeah, all right. Guys, Star Wars, the Book of Dr. Boba Fett, Episode 1.
He somehow became a doctor in there somewhere.
Yeah, he did become a doctor. Well, they recap it. We'll talk about that in a moment. Hey, this is going to be a tough show to do here today.
Yeah, well, we have to get our heads out of Cobra Kai mode first.
Yeah, we've been doing nothing but Cobra Kai for months now, guys.
Yeah.
And truly, like, I am just hardwired on Cobra Kai still. Right? And now here we are jumping ship over to see Dr. Boba Fett. But I think we can do it, right? I think we're smart enough people to be able to watch a different TV show.
Yeah, we were fully immersed.
Yeah, very interesting show. So
right
off the bat, I think Johnny and Daniel can't seem
No. Boba. Boba Fett.
sorry. Okay, sorry.
Habit, I realize.
Yeah, very bad habit here. Okay, well, no, seriously, let's recap where Boba Fett is at the beginning. Mm-hmm. We saw some cool flashbacks. We saw the flashback back to when his dad, not really his dad, right? It's like his sperm donor type. It was a little different than it being a dad.
Well, yeah, he was a cellular donor. I don't know what you'd call it.
It's not the same. I mean, he raised him as a dad, so okay.
Yeah, he
but
did.
Isn't it a little weird when your dad is you? Does that still count as a dad when you're a replica of your dad?
You're blowing my mind already. We're like 5 minutes in.
I tell you. And then Stingray, after he fought Kreese.
We're on Boba Fett.
Right. I'm sorry. Boba Fett, Star Wars. Okay. All right. So, yeah, we get some flashbacks. We see Boba Fett as a young kid. Now, you probably never saw Return of the Jedi, right?
Are you kidding me?
Right. Okay. So when I was a kid,
my.
I saw Return of the Jedi a million times. And I'm telling you, well, you probably don't know Return of the Jedi like I do. And I'm telling you, Han Solo killed Boba Fett in Return of the Jedi.
Yes, I remember.
And now here we're getting some flashbacks to what happened. You wouldn't understand.
Well, not so much a flashback. He's literally, we're picking up, he's in the belly of the Sarlacc.
And does this make Han Solo the villain of this episode ultimately?
I hope not.
Because Han and his friend Lando.
Because clearly we're going to be
rooting
for Boba.
Criminals are, well, okay, but the whole reason that Boba is in this damn position is because of Han and Lando and their selfishness. You realize this?
Well, because of Han and Lando, but I don't think they're selfish.
I think it was really unfair to sentence somebody. Do you realize that once you're in the Sarlacc pit, you have to be digested for I don't know, 1,000 years or something.
That's what they say.
Yeah, it's
that's
a long
what 3PO
time to
said.
be digested. I'll tell you this, I don't want anybody digesting me.
Right.
But if you're going to digest me quickly.
Yeah.
Seriously, this is not easy to do.
Be merciful.
My God. So, and then I love how, really for years now, there have been so many stories about how would Boba Fett get out of the Sarlacc? How's it going to happen? What does he do?
Yeah.
And it turns out the answer is really just he just uses that flamethrower thing.
It worked.
I know, but I expected a much bigger... I really thought this was going to... I thought the whole episode was going to be him getting out of there, to be honest with you.
The whole episode?
I really thought so, yeah.
No.
I thought it was going to be a whole battle to get out of there. And
he did battle to get out of there, and then he came crawling out of the sand like he was being birthed.
He battled
by
for 30
planet.
seconds. I mean, Robbie had an easier time beating Dimitri. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it was much of a battle, but so yeah, he uses the flamethrower thing and he gets right out and everything's fine. The problem is, his problems have just begun. Don't you think that if you got out of the gut of a giant monster on Tatooine of all places, don't you think that once you got out, you would take the biggest sigh of relief and go, nothing bad can happen after this?
No, bad stuff kept happening to him. Yeah.
Fucking Jawas stealing his armor and the Tusken Raiders. You can't be on Tatooine long
I'm
without
surprised he didn't want to go back in.
Yeah, that would have been great. After the Jawas and the Tusken Raiders and everything, he's just like, you know what? I was doing fine in there.
I'm going to go hide out in the belly of the Sarlacc for a while.
You know what was very canonical is that while he was in there was a stormtrooper.
Yeah.
Am I remembering this right? That stormtrooper's there also because of Return of the Jedi, isn't he?
I think so,
I think a stormtrooper went in there too.
Yeah.
So that's hilarious that they bothered to be that accurate.
I love it.
Now, by the way, I do think I found a flaw, speaking of details.
What's that?
Well, it says in the credits that Kathleen Kennedy had something to do with this. Like she was a producer or something on this.
Oh, no, she couldn't possibly. This is good.
This is really good. There's no way she was involved. So they must have just agreed to bitch, we'll just put your name on the credits just to shut you up, right?
Probably.
Because there's no way. This is really well done, so she couldn't have touched it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if she was involved, there would have to be a lot of woke stuff, right? We'd have to be scolded a lot.
It would be the last trilogy all over again.
All the men would have to look like total dumbasses, and they would have no honor or guts whatsoever, and they would abandon anything cool they've ever done ever, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And by now, Fennec would have killed Boba Fett, and she would be running the empire that was formerly Jabba's.
Right.
So, yeah, Kathleen Kennedy could not have anything to do with this. There's no
thank
way.
goodness. Please, guys, don't let her.
Oh, my God. But I will say this. It looks like true Star Wars in terms of the imagery and everything. To me, it looks exactly like Star Wars, except with a little update.
It felt like coming home again.
Yeah. Really well done.
I wanted the last trilogy to feel like this.
Now, here's a little debate we had. Because you felt like that is the cantina that we see in this episode. And that we also saw in Mandalorian.
Yeah, I did at first.
And
You made me question it, but...
It seems like a cantina.
Yeah, you could be right.
But I don't know why. I don't think they would renovate the... Can you imagine the owner of the cantina saying, you know what, we got some... Would they get EIDL money from the fucking government over there? And he's like... Let's just reinvest. Let's make this place bigger and better than ever. Clean up that dead green guy in the corner.
We had one guy get his arm chopped off. We really need to paint so that we can erase the past.
Right. It looks similar to, but not. It's too modern now.
Yeah, you're probably right.
So it's hard for me to believe that is the cantina. Well, what I don't really understand is why they wouldn't just give us the cantina. Why they wouldn't just give us that fan service?
They probably will.
But I don't know. We'll see. Maybe they did, but I don't understand the updates. So here's what ended up happening here. I love this whole premise. Okay, I really love. And by the way, you guys might remember years ago, like 5 years ago, there was talk about an underworld, I think they called it, Star Wars show that would be based around basically this exact story, but they didn't really mention Boba Fett back then, to my memory. And so basically, I think they took that idea and just said, let's do it, but let's do it with Boba Fett. Right? Because it's otherwise the same idea.
Yeah.
I love this. I absolutely love the idea that you get to see what happens with Jabba's whole empire after Jabba's gone.
Yeah.
And I thought it was cool, what we saw at the end of Mandalorian. I thought that was a really good idea. And now it makes sense that you get someone who's less inept and who really has bigger goals for this. And like Boba Fett says in the episode here, he says, Jabba ruled with fear.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And he said, but if a man can't stand, a man can't fight.
That was not what he said.
Am I confusing something again?
You're confusing.
Okay. Well, I might be doing that. No, but he says he wants to rule, or he wants to treat people there with respect. So he's got an interesting take.
Yeah.
And that alone makes this a unique story and one that I wouldn't have expected. I mean, look, who knew that Boba Fett was so human, right?
Yeah.
I mean, this is not the guy that we knew in 1980 when he was determined to bring down Han Solo.
Yeah.
Just for a paycheck.
Yeah.
And I still maintain, by the way, that Boba Fett is responsible for the murder of Aunt Beru and Uncle Owen. I really think so. Because remember, in Empire Strikes Back, Darth Vader specifically says, no disintegrations. Well, who do we know that's been disintegrated recently?
Well,
those two. Aunt Beru and Uncle Owen.
You could be onto something.
And so I think that's why he said that. I'm
going to look it up in my book.
The Stormtroopers wouldn't have done that. And someone else did it. I think it was Boba Fett. So anyway, so Boba Fett is going all over Tatooine. And I kind of think this is funny the way he's introducing himself to everyone, but he's a crime lord.
Yeah.
He's coming across like the new CEO of Pizza Hut, like showing up at all the locations, like, hey, everybody, I'm in charge now. And he's going around, he's like, I just wanted to introduce you, I'm Boba Fett. And it's like, oh, what is your job exactly? I am the self-appointed crime lord. How'd you get this job exactly, Mr. Fett? Homicide, actually. I killed the guy who took the spot after... you know what I mean? Like, it's funny how he's adding honor to something that has no honor whatsoever. He is a crime lord. He calls himself a crime lord.
Yeah.
And he's pretending that, like, he's going around this noble way, like he's got a suit and tie on.
Yeah, that's fun.
So, I guess. Hey, how about the Gamorrean guards?
Yeah.
looking for work. Those guys, I'm glad they got a job. I found them on Indeed looking for like secretarial work, and I thought, I'm never going to want
That's the
these.
place to go.
Yeah, I guess. You know what I mean? They're all over the internet looking for something.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you can't, when you've worked for Jabba for that long and under Bib Fortuna as well, your resume just, it's
it
too
could be limiting.
You know what I mean? There's nothing about it that says, oh yeah, this is someone to put my trust in.
Yeah.
Hey, Boba Fett didn't even want to hire them. The one job they're qualified for was this one. And even he was like, I don't know about this. I think I got a bad feeling about this.
No, he wanted to hire them. Fennec didn't.
Oh, Fennec was the one. You're right. I forgot already. All right, Fennec was the one who thought it was a bad idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, see? And again, if Kathleen Kennedy was really, truly part of this, Fennec would have called the shots because she's a woman and Boba Fett's a man and men are assholes and women are amazing. But so clearly Kathleen Kennedy had nothing to do with this. Otherwise, there's no way that Fennec could have given an opinion that didn't get used, right?
Right.
Yeah, why didn't she want to hire them? It seems like they're a perfect fit.
She didn't think that they would have the loyalty.
That doesn't make sense to me. If they were loyal to Bib Fortuna, seriously, then why wouldn't they be? Because clearly they've proven...
Well, I think that Fennec is a damaged person and she has trust issues.
Yeah, she does have trust issues. A lot like that Sam LaRusso. And I think that's why. And Tori Nichols as well. I think both of those, all three of these ladies.
Let's focus. Let's focus on
I'm
Boba
sorry.
Fett.
Look, it's been months of Cobra Kai, guys. You got to understand. A lot of stuff going on here. Why did the mayor send over like a court jester to handle that? I didn't understand that part.
Yeah,
like,
he was kind of a bizarre character.
It was a very bizarre character. He looked like he's straight out of a gay circus.
Oh my God.
And he shows up.
He went there.
And then there was this whole thing about the tribute. And like, no one can seem to get straight how the tribute works. You know what I mean? It was like, I mean, like, I love how he's like...
He's asking Boba for a tribute.
But he's not even asking. He's hinting. He's like, so there's, forgive me, pardon me, the issue of the tribute. And then Boba's like, you want to pay me a tribute? And he's like, well...
Bitch, you owe me a tribute.
I know. And I just want to walk in and go, what is all this shit about tribute? I don't think... You think Jabba ever paid anybody a tribute? Jabba's a fucking man. He didn't pay a tribute. Jabba would be like, something. I mean, it's so funny, this whole thing about the tribute. And a mayor? This is the mayor? Let me tell you something. The last mayor I saw who was this goofy was that idiot that was in charge of Seattle. Remember how she let Antifa just like have the police station?
Yeah.
She's like, screw it, it'll be the summer of love. And then like a bunch of people got killed immediately.
It was a disaster.
Oh my gosh, there was so much rape and murder.
So hopefully this mayor has got more on the ball. I don't know.
Well, I don't think he does.
I think he stood up Boba Fett. That was not a good move.
No. It would have been great if that mayor had said, we can have the summer of love here on Tatooine.
Oh my God.
I'd have been laughing so hard if we had that. Oh my Lord, that would have been the greatest. So yeah, I think it's weird that the mayor is a court jester doing their business. Yeah. I don't know. Listen, guys, we've said a lot of ridiculous things in this video. We want to know what you think. That's what we do. Yeah, we want to know what you think, so you should definitely comment.
Hit the like.
Yeah, hit the like button, please. Even if you don't really necessarily like this video, just click the fucking like button anyway, and then just comment and just like kind of nudge us, like, please, no more dick jokes, or whatever you got to do. And look, Johnny and Daniel are gonna work things out.
Enough.
Okay, they are gonna be able to bring it. What's the problem? But we need to focus more. So anyway, that's all we got, guys. Let us know what you thought of the show. Was this a good first episode? I think as far as first episodes go, this was slow but good. Right?
I loved it. I loved it.
You loved it more than I did.
I did.
I thought it was cool, but I would have liked if we set up a couple of little mystery boxes so we had something to kind of think about. And instead, when it ended, I just felt like we hadn't really got off the ground yet.
Oh, I thought it was a very solid beginning, and I'm very excited.
Okay, well then hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully we'll see it again and things will change.
Pretty sure you're wrong.
Well, all right, I'm going to climb back into my Bacta tank because I'm still recovering from all my injuries from the Sarlacc pit.
From your tournament?
I guess so. All right, guys. Yeah, thanks for watching. We will
see.
Yeah, hit like, subscribe, ring the bell. We'll see you soon.